Well, over the weekend, Governor Gavin Newsom signed a new bill that would require gender-neutral bathrooms at all California public schools, but he vetoed a bill that would have required judges to consider whether a parent affirms their child's gender identity when making custody and visitation decisions. NBC4's Conan Nolan live at our News Operations Center with those details for us. Hey, Conan.
You know, Democrats won't say it on camera, but many in the state capitol, in some of the hallways and conference rooms, suspect that Governor Gavin Newsom's consideration when he vetoes or signs a piece of legislation is not just its impact in California, but its impact to a national constituency, say if he were to, I don't know, run for higher office. Governor Gavin Newsom on tour last night on CBS's 60 Minutes on the homeless and mental health crisis. Last week, speaking to the UN climate conference. Before that, NBC's Meet the Press regarding his support for Joe Biden. All fine and good, according to his Democratic colleagues in the California legislature, save for the fact many of them are upset about his day job.
I was disappointed. I was so thankful that the day I heard the news was also the first day of celebrating being done with cancer treatment. And so I'm really happy that it happened on that day and not any time before.
Solano County Assemblywoman Lori Wilson was the author of a bill vetoed by the governor recently, which would have instructed judges to take into consideration a parent's affirmation of their child's gender choice in granting custody in divorce cases.
It really is about all children and recognizing that they have their own distinct gender identity and expression that is different from their parents.
In his veto message, the governor said that the health and safety of a child in the middle of a custody dispute is already the paramount consideration for a judge, but that the legislature singling out a specific characteristic and indicating that an independent branch of government, the judiciary, needs to consider it is a bad precedent, that other-minded elected officials in California and other states could very well use the same strategy to diminish the civil rights of vulnerable communities. Attorney Aaron Friday of the group Our Duty applauded the governor's veto, saying the legislation would have led to what she called a continued assault on parental rights.
There is no way that the legislature would say it's only in the best interest of children of divorced parents to affirm the gender identity of their children. There's no way it wouldn't bleed into all parents must affirm the gender identity of their children. Otherwise, they will be harming the health, safety, and welfare of their children.
The author of the legislation denies that. The governor's office did release a number of bills that he did sign that were popular with the LGBTQ+ community, including one that requires instruction to teachers on how to deal with trans students, and other to require at K-12 schools by the year 2026 to have at least one gender-neutral bathroom. I'm Conan Nolan, NBC4 News.
All right, Conan. Well, it is a governor showdown coming up at the end of November. Florida's Republican Governor Ron DeSantis and California's Governor, a Democrat, Gavin Newsom, will square off in a debate on Fox News. It'll take place in Georgia, hosted by Sean Hannity. Now, this debate is highly unusual. Not only does DeSantis not have the GOP nomination secured, but Newsom is not even running for the Democratic presidential nomination.
Well, California is now allowing more people to get a digital driver's license. So how does this all work, and is your personal information safe? The I-10 takes us on a ride to find out.
You're watching NBC4 News with Michael Brownlee and Carolyn Johnson.